I got a son. He raps. His rap name is Tut Tarantino. If you ever listen to some of his raps, I'm like, oh my God, where does this come from, son? You grew up in a gated community your whole life, but he's rapping my life because we romanticize and fantasize about that old thug life, ghetto life, and all of that stuff. When
Now I will never be your hater, I'm your biggest fan. I hope it falls into place just how you planned it. Life could put you in a pickle, just make sure it's kosher. Lean on me like Bill Withers until you smell the roses. What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving, man. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail, you see the clip. Shout out to Michael Irvin, a.k.a. Playmaker. I'm not a Cowboys fan, though. We're not taking it that far. But he's got a point. Did we, as parents, glorify the hood and raise our kids outside of the hood for them to turn around and act like they're from the hood and the stories that they're telling are from our lives? They think they can live in the situations we grew up in because we talk about it and laugh about it and joke about it and say how it was and how we came from such and such environment. And they don't really see that in their life. So now, I saw 7 bodies by the time I was in the 8th grade. Son, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You're in the gated community. Stop it. We was moving keys. The family was dope boys. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You were eating ice cream sandwiches your whole life. People, we eat ice cream sandwiches in the hood. Don't get it twisted. But that's the only keys you got. Ice creams. You was moving ice cream sandwiches like weight around here. You had 3 keys of ice cream sandwiches. We had the big box from Sam's and Costco. You was out here just ice cream sandwiches and up. That's the only. If I don't do nothing, I'm a ball. Counting all day like a clock on the wall. Go and get your money, little ice cream sandwich boy. So, but we see it. We see celebrities. We see ourselves. We see our family. We see our friends. And we see their kids. And we're looking like, bro, what are you doing? And we see them trying to just prove themselves to be hood so bad. And it's like, where did you get this from? And you're not thinking that, you telling your kids like, I came from this environment, that environment. This was going down and that was going down and this would happen and that's what happened. And I had to make these decisions and these moves. And I'm glad I made the right decisions because I had friends who made the wrong decisions, and this is how that ended up. Yes, yes, we've been shot at. Yes, we've been in fights. Yes, we've been, what I'm saying? Yes, we've seen all the drugs. I done seen it all. Yay, stack 7 feet tall. Swear I look white like a wall. We playing the Jeezy and the dope boy music, and we know all the people that they talking about, or we know people just like them that they not talking about because they wasn't in the same city. But we know the ones from your city, from the city you grew up in. It's like, oh boy, the stories I could tell you. And then the kids like, yeah, they vicariously trying to be a hood kid. And then, some of y'all, y'all go too far. Y'all wind up putting yourselves in bad spots and bad positions because y'all trying to, do it so bad. And sometimes you're trying to prove to prove to dad, like, I could have made it. I could have made it, baby, Ramen noodles and living next door to the trap house or upstairs or downstairs from the trap house. I could have made it. The gunshots was going off. I wasn't scared, Daddy. The police was raiding the house. I didn't flinch, Daddy. These people, ops pulled up and they just started, blazing. And I was like, hey, man, whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to sit here and eat my ice cream sandwich. Y'all just keep that over there. Like, that's how I was doing it. It's like, oh, okay. All right. So now we having this issue, man. Having a really, really, really bad issue. And we're part of the problem. I'm a Gen Xer, man. I can tell you, hey man, this is how we grew up. This is what happened. This is how it was going down. This is how the streets was. This is how the police was. This is how the teachers were. You know, this is the type of poverty. This is the type of activity that was going on. And yeah, man, I'm from all that, right? We all that. And then the kids be like, me too. No, you not. No, you not. And then sometimes, we gotta stop taking our kids on safari back to the hood, because we sometimes we make the hood seem like the most negative, torturous place on the planet. You really? You really about that? Okay, well, we finna take you back into the trenches, the bottoms. We finna take you back to that side of town. And it's like, no, man. Like when I was a kid, okay, I was a kid. I went to visit. I left the DMV at DC, Maryland, Virginia. I went to Chicago. I think for the second time. I came to visit my father in DMV, and we was going from DC to Baltimore. And I'll forget. It's like this bridge. It's not an overpass. It's like an underpass. Like you go down and you come up to get to Baltimore, right? A bridge ferry, whatever it was. And when I was on one side, it was just it was light outside. It was all angelic. It was all righty then. And then we get to the other side. It got dark. I'm like, what in the hell? Did we just pull into Gotham City? Oh Lord, Gotham City for the ghetto. It's like, yo, where all the light go? And of course he was there to buy dope. So it just made the situation even more like, okay, I see. We going to the dark side of town, I'm going right now to the city of brotherly love. That's Philadelphia. I'm talking about Baltimore. But for us it's a norm. And I'm not bragging when I say this. Like I said, when I was a kid, man, there was some things that happened. I tell my honest story of my dad taking me to see how can I say this? My godfather and my uncle, which is like his best friends, and they were playing Connect Four for cocaine lines. And I was like kindergarten or whatever. And I wound up playing in the game and beating him, and he was just snorting away. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm just here to play a game, and you mother, So our kids weren't subjected to that per se. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't say this. That you know what? I'm not gonna diss that man because he's a changed man. It's not. I wasn't gonna try to even bring that up to diss him. So I'm gonna leave that there. You Cowboys fans, y'all know what I'm talking about. But we gonna leave that out of there. Like when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, I did live next to a trap house. And I remember being on the phone with my best friend, and there's a shootout. I'm on the phone, we talking, and then they pull out the big joints. The ones that doom 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 doom. So they shooting, and I'm sitting there, and he like, what the? He said, it's like, and I'm just having a conversation because it was so normal that it was going on so much. It was like, yeah, man, yeah, they shooting again, whatever. And he's like, bro, I'm laying on the ground right now. You still having this conversation? We live maybe 4 blocks apart, but whatever, 4 or 5 blocks apart, give or take, But our kids don't know what that's like. You get what I'm saying? So if we tell these stories, for them it's like, oh, you hood. So I gotta have it by proxy. It's in my blood to be hood. And some of y'all just go do too much. Y'all a male, female version of new from ATL. You gotta go slumming. And people don't like that, man. Just for the record, people don't like that when you go into the hood, you acting like you slumming. Like, look, I could be like y'all too. Like, nah. Because everybody in the hood, people just in the hood, because that's where they're from, that's where they live. It's not one of those things where they're a lesser human being. You're not the hood crocodile hunter. Like, all right, crikey, let's look at the possible gangbangers on the corner. I'm gonna jump on them. It's like, this is ridiculous. So sometimes when we hear our kids get extras, like, yo, shut up. I remember Coach Prime Deion Sanders. He was one of his kids was like, man, the hood donuts and the greasy bag is the best thing. He hit it back like on social media, son, you a Huxtable. Cut it out. But them donuts is good though. Because sometimes, we glorify it so much because it's our upbringing. And I think the difference is, honestly, I forgot about saying this. The difference is probably that we were outside. So though there were things that were dangerous, we were outside. Like we had a lot. We had all the ups, the positive things about the hood, and we saw all the downs, but we saw all the fun stuff and we played, we interacted, we met people. We ate some of the hood food that was great, and we knew where not to go because, they was trying to poison us, We had those moments, going to the corner store to getting $1 worth of penny candy is something that these kids don't know nothing about. That was a great day for every kid in the hood. You got $1, got 100 pieces of candy. You know what I'm saying? People shaking them like sunflower seeds. Boy, these Sour Patch Kids, these cherry bombs, boy, you know what I'm saying? Might get those flavored Tootsie Rolls, boy. Them little cookies that go with it. Oh, yeah, man. We was out there, man. We was having a ball. Get the little pizza from the corner store in Chicago, or go get a piece of puff, some fries, a bag of fries, or, you know what I'm saying, a super taco or something. Hey, man, we was out there. Go to the little rib spot to get the rib tips with the rib tips over the fries and the sauces on the fries. Oh, man, we was out there, boy. You share with your friends because they struggling and starving too. It was out there going hooping, riding bikes and all that other stuff out, going to the arcade. We was out there, man. That was, and all that other stuff was happening too. Sock hops and all that other stuff. But I'm gonna leave it at that, man, because we didn't tell them about that part enough. But tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace. You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna take you.